Okay, we're going to start this evening with the public hearing, and the purpose of this public hearing is to receive citizen input regarding community needs. City of Urbana is working to develop the 2023-24 Annual Action Plan, which outlines the goals and budget for housing and community development activities in fiscal year 2023-24. Notice of the public hearing was emailed to the media, emailed to various social service agencies and citizens, and placed on the City of Urbana's website on Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. So I now declare this public hearing open. If anyone desires to express their views regarding community needs or the annual action plan process, please come forward and be recognized, and your written comments are also welcome. Anybody here for, yes. So when you get to the table, could you please say your name and your organization?
Good evening. So my name is Marlon Mitchell. I'm representing First Followers, which is a reentry program in Champaign. I'm the founding executive director. We were founded as a not-for-profit in 2015, and what I would like to talk to you all briefly tonight is about something that's on the agenda as far as in the resolution to be passed. So back in 2017, one of the things that we created within my organization was a workforce development program. And the workforce development program consists of two phases. The first phase, or one of the phases, is that we provide a classroom-based activities for individuals. And when I say individuals, we have a target population of 18 to 24-year-olds, and oftentimes they're involved with the criminal justice system. Okay, so the workforce development, the premise is to find or at least train folks up to get a skill set, and the skill set surrounds building construction trades. All right, so the first phase is, like I said, it's a classroom-based activities. What we do is we bring people in for intake, and if they don't have a high school diploma or GED, we work with them towards getting that and providing them with the opportunity with that. Second phase is, as I mentioned, is the training component where they get hands-on skills, training in the building construction skills. To date, dating back to 2017, we've renovated about 6 properties throughout the Champaign-Urbana area. We've been in partnership or collaboration with the City of Urbana and some properties, and you'll see that on 1407 North, not 1407 Wiley. I've been working with Sheila and her team with that. We secured or acquired that property about a year ago, and so we're about ready to start the construction phase of it. We've also worked hand in hand with the Housing Authority of Champaign County, where they have several scattered site houses that have been vacant over the years, and so they're trying to put those back in recirculation, so we do a lot of work with them. To date, we've done 3 of those properties. We're slated to maybe start another one sometime later on this year or early 2024, and then we've also been working with the City of Champaign. The City of Champaign has been very critical in helping us to increase our capacity, our labor force. With their ARPA funds that they received last year, they allocated First Followers for our workforce development program. And I have tonight 2 of the guys that's part of the leadership team that have come through the program and have gathered a skill set, and so they kind of helped me run the program. Right now we have a cohort of 10 young men that are going through the program, and they're learning a lot. We were actually working with another housing authority property. So there's a partnership between government, not-for-profit, and private owner that we're working with, and we're in the final stages of finishing that up. And I think it's a 2-bedroom family home that's located at 1409 North Market Street. We should be finished with that complete renovation by the end of February is our goal. We're anticipating rolling over into the 1407 Wiley project here in Urbana. And like I said, I've been working with Sheila and her team, so we're kind of hashing out those the contract, or at least the grant. And so that's what's on that's what's in your packet today. I just wanted to just come before you all just to talk a little bit about what we do, who I am, and why we're doing what we're doing, and hopefully we can build and scale up a little bit. As I mentioned, we started this in 2017 with just an idea, and so over the years it's grown and grown and grown. So the ultimate goal is to where I can bring in 15 to 20 young men, where that we can build them building construction trades, and also help them attain high school diploma if necessary. And then another caveat that we have, one of the gentlemen that's sitting behind me, is that we've been partnering with Parkland College's SWIFT program. And so there's a direct linkage between our organization and Parkland, where we send the young men if they have their high school diploma, and if they're seeking or would like to go and further their education, they go out to Parkland via the SWIFT program and pick up industry recognized certificates. One of the young men is sitting back with me. He just graduated Parkland. As a matter of fact, he just got his certificate this past weekend in HVAC. He has his HVAC certificate. So we're putting him to work where he can learn on the job how to install hot water heaters in the HVAC system. So that's just a small nutshell of what we've been doing, and hopefully we can scale up over the years that we've partnered with the City of Urbana or the Home Consortium. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think you are also on our regular agenda too, so you can, if you want to stay for that or not, either way. But thank you for your comments. We appreciate it. Any other public comment for the public hearing on the annual action plan? So will you start with your name and your association, so we get it in the record? Thank you.
And conclude with where you get one of those.
Yeah. I was actually going to start with that, but my name is Corey Mallory, and I am a part of the First Followers Go Mad. So it stands for Go Make a Difference. See, you got the hammer in the middle. So this is what we do. We're part of the Go Mad crew. There's Tim back here. We are, community-based organization through Marlin First Followers. We're a branch of the First Followers, and we help young men 18 to 24 learn the trades of construction, framing, drywall, flooring, pretty much everything to do with building, reconstructing the house, renovation. I just want to add a little bit to my story, where I came from and how I found Marlin and the First Followers, and was able to go from where I was to where I am now. And so I began with Marlon and them in 2018. I never really had much construction experience. I had a little bit. I knew a little bit about how to swing a hammer, What else? I knew how to paint. I knew a little bit about cutting wood, a little bit. But, working with the First Followers, Marlon and his brother, I think his brother is a carpenter. His brother's a licensed carpenter in Champaign. And I've learned how to frame. I've learned how to install flooring, trim around the windows, doors, a lot of other different things. And then so I had come to Marlin sometime last year about going to school. So I wanted to get a little bit more education under my belt so that I would be, a little more recognized in the industry out here. And so I went to Parkland to get my HVAC certificate. So I just want to say that the First Followers and the Go Mad organization has done a lot for me. I kind of grew up in the system myself, and I never really knew, this was out here. I had no one to show me. I had no, real plan for what I wanted to do. I just know I wanted to do something. I wanted to be involved in the community. I wanted to better my community, and I began to kind of do an inventory in myself. Like, I want something. I don't want to be involved in crime. I don't want to do those types of illegal things that could land me in jail. And so when I found Marlin, it was a perfect fit. Perfect fit. I wanted to do something like this. I wanted to learn more about the trades, learn how to renovate houses. And so going from there to where I am now is just, I feel like I have a purpose. And we're helping train these young men, in house construction. And it's so fulfilling, helping them stay out of trouble and off the streets, and actually giving them something to, a purpose. They're learning to build these houses up, and they're staying away from trouble. They can actually make money doing this. And so I just feel proud to be a part of this organization. And we just thank you for the time to be able to speak to what we're what we're doing in the community.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing that story.
Thanks.
Thank you, thank you. I get one? I'm messing with y'all.
You have to talk to Marlon. You have to talk to Marlon. He ordered.
Thank you. Are there any other comments about the annual action plan? Okay, seeing no further comments, I now declare the public hearing section of this evening's meeting closed. And we turn to the Community Development Commission regular meeting. So we need call to order and roll call.
Yes, thank you. Commissioner Jones?
Here.
Commissioner Williams? Commissioner Freeman?
Present.
Commissioner Silvas?
Here.
Commissioner Diana?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a quorum. So we go to the approval of our minutes from January 3rd, 2023. These were provided in your packet. Do I hear a motion?
So
for-
moved.
Is there a second? Thank you, Bob.
I second.
Second by Patty. Is there any discussion on the minutes from our previous meeting, January 3rd? Hearing none, I call for the approval of the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it, and we have approval of our minutes from January 3rd. Are there any additions to our agenda for this evening?
No.
Okay. Is there any public input to the agenda for this evening? Through mail, email, or,
No, we did not receive any public input via email.
okay. Then we go to presentations and the staff report.
Thank you. Just a brief staff report tonight. The Champaign, I'm sorry, wrong city. Urbana City Council last night approved the Housing and Homeless Innovations grant agreements that we presented to you back at the beginning of January. So those will be going forward. We'll be executing those with each of the agencies. So we're very excited about moving those forward. We are also getting ready to launch our 2023-2024 Youth Services Grant Program. I presented that to you, I believe, either back at the beginning of January or in November. I can't quite remember. But that will be providing, there'll be a pool of about $300,000 for local public or private nonprofit agencies that provide services to low-income Urbana youth. So we'll be opening the grant portal, the application portal, next Friday, February 3rd. Those applications will be open until March 31st. And then there will be an internal committee that will be reviewing them and scoring them and then making funding recommendations that will go first to you all and then ultimately to City Council for approval. And then we hope to have those agreements executed and ready to go by July 1, 2023. I believe when I had presented those to you, we suggested potentially doing 2-year grant terms. In conversation with staff and also based on some feedback we got, we decided to stay with the 1-year grant agreements like we've done in previous years. So we're excited that those are moving forward. Also, we're in annual action plan season, so we had our public input tonight regarding the plan. We'll have other opportunities for the public to provide comment as well. If any of you have connections to neighborhood groups or community meetings that you think it might be appropriate for us to come and present on the plan, present on community needs and get some feedback, we would appreciate that information just so that we can get out there in the community and let people know about these programs and get some input on how this HUD money can be spent in the community. So we'd appreciate that. I also want to introduce our newest grants staff member. You'll see him behind me. He's the one person you probably don't recognize. His name is Jeremy Ryder, and he is a recent U of I graduate in planning. So we're very excited to have him, and you'll be seeing him a lot more. And then lastly, just again, we'll reiterate, we're always looking for new commission members. So again, if you hear of anyone or know of anyone who is an Urbana resident who would like to join the commission, please feel free to send us their information, and we would love to reach out to them. So did I miss anything, or I'll take any questions?
Any questions for Braden about the staff report? Job, thank you. Okay, so is there any unfinished business before the commission for this evening?
No.
And that takes us down to the new business, and we have several resolutions, and then the last item under new business is an amendment to our bylaws. So do you just want to take the resolutions one by one, or how should we?
Actually, let's kind of lump them, because the
Okay.
way that the Choto resolutions work is, first we certify the organization as a Choto, and then they have requested, both Chotos have requested operating and project money. So why it looks like there's 6 resolutions, it's really for 2 organizations, so.
I just moved that we just suspend the rules and consider all of them in one lump sum.
Sure, that's fine. So we had $120,000 for Choto funding for the FY '22 year, and an additional $26,000 was available for Choto operating costs. We just split the money right by 4. So each project will get $30,000, and then operating cost of $6,500 per address. So Habitat will get $90,000 in project cost and $19,500 in operating. First Followers will get $30,000, and they'll get $6,500 in operating cost. So First Followers is going to complete rehab on 1407 Wiley, which is a property that the city owned. We got through the Abandoned Properties Program, and we deeded it to them last year. And then the 3 projects that Habitat is working on are all vacant lots that they're moving forward with. So pretty straightforward. They've provided 99% of the documents. I got just a couple more. So I recommend that we move forward with approving them and send them to City Council for the February 6th agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I second.
Patty, second. Any discussion on that allocation for all the projects, both organizations?
And I failed to mention that you met Marlon, but Chad Hoffman from Habitat is here too, if you have any questions.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, Chad. So is there any further discussion on the motion? Are we ready to vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. The ayes have it, and the motion carries. So we will forward those resolutions as written to the City Council with a recommendation for approval.
The final resolution that I have brought before you is a year's funding for the tenant-based rental assistance program. This is an ongoing program that we do with Champaign County Regional Planning Commission. We've done it for several years. They run rental assistance to people in the No Limits program. And so they're requesting $150,000 in home funding to fund the program for another year.
I so move approval.
I second.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on that motion?
Just a quick question. Could you just refresh my memory on the qualifications for that?
The tenant-based rental assistance serves people who are 60% or below AMI. And it's somewhat similar to a transitional housing program. They have to have a 1-year lease, maximum of 2 years assistance. And during that time period, they're usually in some type of a workforce program, or they're going back to school. They're doing something to help them get to that next stage in life.
Any other discussion on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The ayes have it, and the motion carries. Thank you. So that takes us to, does that take us all the way to the discussion of, or the proposal for amendment to our bylaws?
Yes. So
We're
this is
finally
the,
going to do this. Oh, my God.
so this is the less exciting item on the agenda. But back in January, we discussed the potential to amend our bylaws, specifically Article 1, Section 1, regarding membership to change the number of appointed members from 9 to 7. We just, staff just felt that that would be easier to manage and also easier to reach a quorum on days when maybe not everyone is able to attend. So that is the proposal that staff has. If while reviewing the bylaws, you have other suggestions for changes, we could make those as well, but the change that staff is recommending is amending the membership from 9 to 7 appointed members. You can also choose to take no action tonight on the bylaws as well if you decide.
I think we've been hassling this for 2.5 years, so it's finally before us.
Want to make a motion?
So
Bob?
move. Amen.
I
I'm
second.
excited about this.
And I second.
Thank you.
So there's a motion and a second. Is there discussion about changing the number on the commission from 9 to 7?
I was just, my only thought was, as I recall years ago, when we changed it from 7 to 9,
That's exactly right.
and that, I think, was, we had some mathematicians on the board at the time.
They like
Odds of
numbers?
getting 5 out of 9
Yes.
was better than 4 out of 7. And
That's
that was
ex-
the only logic that was behind it, so that appears not to have worked, so it's a good idea to change it.
Any other discussion on the motion? So all in favor of changing the membership from 7 to 9, say aye.
Aye.
All up.
You don't need a
Oh,
roll
so-
call,
I'm
do you?
sorry, 9 to 7, I'm sorry. Do we need a roll call?
Do we need a roll call because you're changing the Constitution and bylaws? I think
Oh,
so.
okay.
I can call roll.
Okay, let's do that. And
Commissioner
I'm sorry, it's changing from 9 members to 7 members.
Commissioner Jones, Commissioner Williams, Commissioner Freeman,
Aye.
Commissioner Silvas,
Aye.
Commissioner Diana.
Aye.
Thank you.
The ayes have it, and the motion passes, so we are now a commission of 7.
Just a quick comment on this. We are really trying to recruit new members. I reached out to Chad recently to ask if there's any of his families that live in Urbana that might be interested. I don't know if you guys know anybody who might be interested in sitting on our board, but I feel like it's more meaningful or impactful for people who have been touched by our programs. They know the difference it can make. So the only really requirement is they have a City of Urbana residence, so. If you've know anyone interested, pass their name on to Braden or I.
We'll send you a list.
Thank you, thank you, we want one. As long as I've been here, we have not had a full board, so,
What, one time? Oh, no, it wasn't, you weren't here. That's right, okay.
Yeah, it's been a continuing challenge.
Oh. A lot of days we
Able to
sat here and
serve.
we're like, is anybody going to walk in the door? Okay, so.
Was that the last item on our agenda?
Yes.
Yes, that was the last. Anything else anyone wants to bring before the commission this evening?
No.
Just one idea. Have we ever thought about contacting the different wards or council persons to see if they have a representative represent their area of the Urbana? Have you ever tried that? or-
we can send an email out to council asking if
You
they
do
know
that?
of any. I haven't recently, but it's certainly worth a try.
Right, right,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, we have to be somewhat careful. The social service agencies, I would love to have some of them come, but since we fund them, it
Conflict of
it
interest.
becomes a little funny. Like Marlon and Chad couldn't be on our board, but maybe somebody that they've helped could. So, you know, as
Just
long as.
graduate from Parkland?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saying.
mister, I just graduated. I want to get involved.
Come on.
It's fun, okay? We have a good time.
And we're timely. We don't waste your time. So, anyway, yeah, please just send information to us.
So thank you, Sheila, for reminding us to get the word out about anyone who wants to serve on the commission. Anything else before we adjourn? So I want to thank you all for being here and for contributing to the meeting. We appreciate your participation, and I declare the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.